everybody, it's Mama Rada. So I'm kind of stuck in the car. It's downpouring. I'll give it a minute before I get out. And I figured I have to redo some videos. So I was going to tell you guys about the first time I asked my husband for domestic discipline. Jeez. It's really funny because, again, me and my husband have known each other since we were 14 years old. You know, as soon as I saw him, I was like, he's the one. Like, literally, if there was ever love at first sight, that's how I felt about my husband. So anyway, and we got together very quickly, and, you know, pretty much inseparable, except for his guy time, so it's all good. But, so, you know, I remember sitting on a bench with him at the park and thinking, he had said, you know, something like, I think I was teasing him, and he said, I'll beat your ass. And I remember thinking, I wish he would just pull me right over his knee right here and spank my ass. Literally at like 14, 15, 16 years old, I was thinking that way. Like, it just seemed right. So anyway, and then, so, you know, grow up, get married and all this and that. And I was always, submissive to him. He's a dominant man. And, you know, I felt a couple times I wanted to ask him, and I felt so silly about it. I just felt like, I didn't want to embarrass myself, you know? So anyway, and then, so I started doing a little research about it, and I was like, you know, this is how it used to be. And I watched some old movies, you know, McClintock's a great movie, Taming of the Shrew, what else? There are some other ones that right off the top of my head I can't really think of this very second. Anyway, so, you know, and I did some research online, and who knows what you can find now compared to what was available. Oh, my phone's doing weird stuff. Anyway, what was available, you know, 15 years ago, since Google's kind of funny about what they have available online anymore, but it's probably still there. One of the sites was like Taken in Hand. What else? Just research about domestic discipline and spanking, and just how, you know, it was pretty common forever, you know, and basically even in biblical relationships, you know, discipline was very important. And the one who has authority, God-given, has to be able to keep his house in order and dole out repercussions for those who don't listen. You know, I believe that women listened a lot better back in the day, but that's because they already had a healthy reverential fear of their husband. You know, it was a male-dominated society. Now it's like you call 911 and you know, false accusations get somebody in trouble. So anyway, so I had spent too much money, like way too much money. I had gotten approved for like an eBay credit card or something, and I was so excited about it, and I got a little carried away. So I wrote my husband a letter, and it basically was like, you know, my love, you worked so hard, and I'm so sorry. You know, that I spent all this money, I didn't tell you, here's my list. You know, it's a very bad habit. I want you to hold me accountable. If I was you, I would have put me over my knee a long time ago and spanked my ass red, you know. And so I wrote him this whole thing, and it was like, you know, I hope you forgive me, and, you know, I understand if you want to discipline me, and basically something like that. So I give him the letter. He's sitting there watching TV. He has no idea, you know, so he reads this letter, and he doesn't even look up. Okay, he reads the letter, he puts it down, he doesn't stop looking this way, you know, he's looking at the TV, and he says, okay. And I look over at him like, okay. He goes, and he never looks at me, he goes, okay, yep, go in the room, go find a belt, take your pants off, and lay over the bed and wait for me. And I was like, okay, you know, I wasn't expecting him to act so quickly. So I'm a nervous wreck. My tummy starts hurting. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? So I go in there, I find the softest belt I could find. It was like a Mariah Carey pink, soft little belt with a little butterfly on it. And, I take off my clothes, I lay over the bed. He leaves me in there for the longest time. I was like, oh my gosh, I am going crazy in here. Come on, Daddy. So he finally comes in, and I didn't know, but he found it all very amusing. So he said he walked in the room later. He told me he had a big old smile on his face when he saw me laying there, and he looked at my belt. He goes, "This'll do," and he made it work. Yes, he did. So anyway, he put it down, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then he made love to me, and I was like, "Wow, we found the secret." It was amazing, and it was so funny because I thought, oh, from now on, this will be easy peasy. If I do something wrong, out of line, he's gonna spank me and make love to me, and I'll be so happy, right? And it wasn't that easy. He's like, I'm not gonna do it when you think I should do it. I'm gonna do it when I want to do it and when I think it's appropriate. So that's always been his thing, is you can't control me, as a man. I'm gonna do things the way I want to do them. You're not gonna put me in a box, and all that kind of stuff. So it took a while, and I had to learn that you can't, as women, we get all caught up in things, and we have expectations and excitement and desires and all this kind of stuff, even for punishment. Even though it's not pleasant at the moment, we're just like, yes, Daddy cares enough to put it down and help me get right. So it's a whole thing. It just is what it is. And plus the spanking just warms up and like massages that whole area, and you get really like it's wet outside, yeah, like that. And so people that are like really really good at it can make a woman have an orgasm just doing that. So that's pretty wild. So anyway, but he didn't think it was that important, and he thought it was a little silly as well at first. But as it continued on, it took time. We went through different seasons. Sometimes I was getting it a lot. Sometimes I didn't get it all for a while. Other times I did something really stupid, and he was like, belt in the room, now you in trouble, And one of those times was because I let my son sit on the hood of the car and just drive right down our street. I didn't think it was a big deal. He's like, you could have killed our child. I was like, I'm sorry. So I was in trouble for that one. He actually had all the kids wait outside, took me inside by my arm, threw me over the bed, and whooped my ass. I was like, oh shit, I am so sorry. Anyway, I'm so sorry.